You're all suited up. So what's next?
All right, first thing I want to do is I want to examine the area, make sure I got everything within the contents of what I'm going to clean. And the first thing you're going to do to give me is that absorbent paper towel, okay? Then what we're going to do is take the absorbent paper towel and we're going to wipe all this loose liquid up, which is the bodily fluids and blood. You got to be very careful when you're wiping. You don't want to make any splatters because it could splatter on the ground and we just expand our surface area of cleaning. Okay, and then you put the contents in the red biohazard bag. And next you're going to hand me the germicidal wipes. So here, you need to let it sit for 2 minutes, saturate the area, or until air dry, okay? Still, be very careful when cleaning this and make sure we get it all. This will disinfect any hepatitis B or potential common illnesses. You want to get it really good. You can never be too cautious or too safe when doing this. Then you put the contents in the red biohazard bag.
All right, now we're going to let it sit for 2 minutes or until it air dries.
Correct.
All right, so it's been 2 minutes. Now what?
Now you're going to hand me those moist towelettes right there. And I'm going to finish completing sanitizing the surface. Now mind you, you always want to kind of be thinking while you're doing this and be cautious. You can never be too cautious and move too slow. Because what happens is you see, I still have my arms exposed, and I can accidentally touch it, and I have an abrasion or something in my arm, or a cut. So now, I'm just gonna wipe the surface as before. And we're gonna place this content in the red biohazard bag as well.
All right, now what?
Now, we're going to take the red biohazard bag and we're going to place it on the ground. And I'm going to start to declothe. I'm going to start from head to toe. Always remember head to toe, gloves being last. The reason why gloves being last is because you always want to touch all the other parts of the PPE and make sure you take those off. And then the gloves will be lastly disclosed into the red biohazard bag.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm going to start with my goggles first. Then I'm going to start with my face mask.
Now I notice it's important not to touch your face, right?
Not to touch your face at all. Then my smock. Almost. And then my booties. Then I want to tie the contents of this bag up with the red zip ties. Thank you. And we want to make sure this is tightly sealed. The reason being, we don't want any leaks or blood coming out of the bag. So we want to make sure that we really get this really tight. And then, very imperative and important, when you're doing this last step, is how you take these gloves off. Okay? So you're going to take the first glove, inside out, and you're going to place that in the glove, the hand with the glove on. And then you take inside out, over top of the glove that was in the hand on, and you dispose of it into the red bag. And then you take the contents here, place it in the red biohazard bag, and in the last zip tie, being as such.
All right, very good. So now what are we going to do with that bag?
Now it depends on your site. So job specific site, however they want to dispose of the bags, that's how you dispose of it. You contact your manager if you have any questions.
So every account should have a way to get rid of a biohazard bag.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, last question for you. I noticed in this kit that there was this little pink form. Can you tell me what this is?
Yes, so the employee or the person cleaning the spill needs to record it. This is very vital, OSHA regulations. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna date, time, expose your employee, your name, the location, what site you're at, whether that's being at Baptist Health or wherever. Sources exposure, whether that's blood or what was exposed, whatever that might be. And then the type of spill, whether it's blood, vomit, urine, feces, or other. Then the cause of the incident. And explain that. And then once you're done, it's asked if you instructed and did the way it was supposed to be done. By procedure, you check yes. And then from there, you fill that out, give that to your manager.
Awesome. All right. Well, very good. Let's go debrief back at your office, if that's all right.
That sounds great. All right, man. Hey, anytime the last step when you clean up a blood spill, bloodborne pathogen spill, you got to wash your hands for 30 seconds. So I'll meet you at my office. All right?
All right. Sounds good.
Sounds great. So, in this video, as you've been aware, Halston was not wearing the proper PPE, but if it was real blood, which it wasn't, it was ketchup, and somebody is accommodating you when you're cleaning a bloodborne pathogen spill, make sure they're wearing the proper PPE. Also, all bloodborne pathogen kits are not the same. So, you might have a different one at your site. If you do, make sure you follow the procedures with what is in that box. And also, going forward, just want to make sure if you don't have a bloodborne pathogen kit, make sure you contact your manager so we can get you one there immediately.
Time for bloodborne pathogen safety training, pro safety tip number 3. Use extreme caution when you put on your personal protective equipment that's in the bloodborne pathogen kit, and make sure you put on everything that is included. Follow the steps in the bloodborne pathogen kit exactly to clean up the spill, paying extra special attention to the time that's needed to kill the potential hazardous material. Move carefully and slowly when removing the personal protective equipment, and always remove your gloves last.